And I'm finna tell y'all about when I found out my homie was so homophobic that I thought he was gay. And you guys already know I love gay people. Not the way they love each other. I already find it hard enough to please a woman. I have no intention of pleasing the other 50% of the population. But you already know I'm gonna need y'all to peep game and lock in. A couple years ago, I was friends with this one dude who would say homophobic stuff, but it didn't sound so crazy in the moment. Like one time he told me there is no such thing as a bi man because a good kitty cat would turn a bi man straight. And even I thought to myself, how would you know that? Are you speaking from experience? Is this an autobiography? But I started thinking, maybe I'm overthinking, so I let it slide. But a couple months later, me, him, and another one of my homies, we're all at Chipotle, and he sees this dude in the line, and he said, oh, hell nah, that nigga gay as hell, he wearing makeup. So I looked real close at dude, and I swear to God, I saw a SpongeBob close-up. Dude in line was looking exactly like this. And even my other homie was like, nah, bro, I don't think he's wearing makeup. I think you got a crush. So me and my other homie, we started dying. But then I looked at my homophobic homie, and he was so mad. He didn't say a word to us the entire line. Even when we got our food and eating, he was barely talking. And normally, I'm not one to say someone who hates gay people is gay. But I do think that homie got a little P. Diddy in him.
No, he did. Is it too soon? Is it? Was it ever? Was it ever late or too soon? I feel like it was never, like, that's the reason we didn't get it soon enough. We wasn't talking soon enough, early enough. What are we doing? Like, come on now. I do find that interesting because it seems like when somebody hates something overly, hate it, they get mad if you declare something on them or tie them to it. It kind of makes them look guilty, just a little bit. I don't know. How would I know? But friend, yeah, I think your friend is gay, honey. I think so, because it's just like, wait, what? It caught me. So I was just like, bye. If you had a good kitty cat, and I'm just like, that's the reverse of what guys be saying to us lesbians. That is the reverse. It got me. I was just like, wait, what? Because I applied it to myself. I was like, oh, yeah, good kitty cat. Girl, let me tell you about the time I met this girl with a good kitty cat. I met two girls with a good kitty cat at the same time. I probably made a video about it. You need to check it out. Met these two girls with good kitty cats at the same, and I was stuck. I was stuck because, you know, I'm a top that likes bottoms. So I was talking to her, and it made me do some crazy things. Like the time, y'all already know the thing I did. This girl had a good kid cat, and I started eating her while she was in a relationship. Oh, I was doing reckless things. I was just like the other home wrecker. I'm not a home wrecker, but I may have broken a couple plates. A few of them, throwing them, slinging them. Frisbee, bitch, frisbee. Yeah, but I was just, on that time, I was on that. So you ain't gonna tell your girl? That has nothing to do with me. I encourage you to tell your girl. However, if your girl come over here sideways over here to me, I'm gonna lay her down and eat her up. Just, get both of y'all. But anyway, I was with this girl. She had good kitty cat, and that's why I stayed around. I was with this other girl who was bi. She was bi. We know. I know. But stay away from it. But kitty cat was so good, bro. It was, look at there. My mouth watering just thinking about it. I got a problem. Let's continue. Keep going. Free your friend is gay. And he ain't excited about it. He a little hurt about it. I understand we all been there gay and just don't want to be. It's okay. Okay. In the closet, got the door locked. Nobody come in. Can't get out either. But here we are. We're going to keep on going.
I saw somebody do a story time, and then I really liked it, and I was like, I'm going to do a story time. So I'm going to tell you guys about the craziest relationship I had ever been in, and it was only 2 weeks long. So whenever I tell a story, I'm going to start from the very beginning so you guys understand the whole situation. So this was like my, I think, freshman year of college. I went to a community college, and this girl that I was talking to was on the softball team. And the way that this school is kind of set up is like, mostly if you were an athlete and you weren't from the area, you all lived at the same apartment complex. There was like one main apartment, and then there was another apartment. So the main apartment, we would all like leave our doors unlocked during the day. Our friends would come in and out of the apartments. It was chill, you know. So me and this girl started dating. We had been dating for like 4 days at this time. I was at her apartment. Her roommate was at home. It was during the day, normal day. Pretty sure it was middle of the week. And, you know, I'm chilling. She's going to the bathroom. I'm just like hanging out in the kitchen. And the way the apartment was set up, the stairwell was like inside the apartment, but there was a wall when you walk up. And then after that wall was like the apartment. So if someone opens the door, you can't see them unless you're like standing at the end of the stairwell. And since it's like midday, middle of the week, I hear the door open and I assume it's either her roommate, it's one of our friends. So, you know, I'm just hanging out, like waiting to see who's coming up the stairs. And then this girl, mind you, I knew she had an ex-girlfriend, but I had no clue what she looked like. So this girl comes up the stairs hot, like she's mad. So she's in there mad, throwing stuff's breaking. And mind you, the girl I was dating, I'm gonna call her Elle. Elle was in the bathroom and she had not come out yet. And so finally she comes out, and then I'm starting to get an idea by her face that this was her ex-girlfriend. And I was like, oh. And since I had been dating this girl for less than a week, now if this was my girlfriend of 3 years, I would have been in there like, what's up? But like I said, we had barely been dating. So I was like, y'all need to obviously work something out. So I'm gonna head out. Because they were starting to argue and I was like, this is not a time for me to be here. So I just kind of snuck away down the steps. And as I'm going down the steps, Elle's following me. She's like, no, wait. And her ex-girlfriend's behind her. And so I'm just like, nah, like I'll be back. So I leave. I immediately hear the door lock behind me. And I was like, damn. So then I hear them like going at it. Like it sounds like they're kind of fist fighting. And at this point I was like, well, I need to try to get back in and make sure she's at least all right. Door's locked, can't get back in. So I immediately call Elle's roommate and I'm like, yo, Elle is in here getting beat up or in a tussle with her ex, I think. So can you come here and unlock the door because we need to get her ex like out of the apartment. And she's immediately like, oh my gosh, I know who she is. She's crazy. Like I'm on my way. And I was like, okay. So she shows up, we get into the apartment. Her ex ends up leaving. Like Elle is upset, you know how the whole situation is. So Elle's like telling me like, I'm sorry, she can't accept that we're broken up. Like she's not ready for me to move on. And I'm like, no, I get it. Like, you know, I know how certain exes can be. So after she calms down, you know, things are kind of chill, I guess. Like we just pretended it didn't happen. We didn't really say much about it. And so the following weekend, now this was like a week since this has happened, there was a party going on. And leading up to the party, I had noticed that she was like always on her phone, like always texting somebody. And anytime I would be like, who are you talking to? Because it would be to the point where she was like not listening to me. She was just like on her phone texting. And I was like, who is that? And she's like, oh, it's my mom. Like anytime I'd ask, she'd be like, it's my mom. And I was like, I'm close with my mom, but like we don't text all day long to the point where I'm not like listening to someone's conversation. So I knew that she was lying, but like we had only been dating for about 2 weeks. So I was trying not to really look into it too much. Anyway, so we're at the party and she's drinking. She's not sober at all. And she keeps going around the room telling all of my friends, no matter how messed up I get, don't let B see my phone. Like, don't let B hold my phone. So obviously, as the night goes on and she keeps telling people this, one of my good friends came up to me and she was like, hey, I just want to let you know that she's like super adamant about you not having her phone at all at any point during the night. And I was like, oh, okay. So obviously what am I going to do is go get her phone because why is that your only concern? So I just let it go for a little bit. And then me and like 2 of my friends are in the bathroom with her because at this point she's so messed up. She's throwing up in the bathroom. And one of my friends gives me her phone and she was like, here, like, you know, obviously she has something to hide. And so I start to go through her phone. It takes me about 1 second to click on the most recent message of it saying, I wish you were here. Because I knew what her ex's name was, but this name was something different. So in my head, it wasn't really clicking that this was her ex-girlfriend. So I was just reading through all the messages, like going back like a couple days. And a couple days before the party, she had to go home for something. And in the messages, they were talking about like, oh, I'll see you when I get home. Like, we're going to hang out. And whenever Elle was at home, she wouldn't talk to me. And then I would be like, oh, what'd you do when you were at home? And she was like, oh, nothing. Like, I was just with my family. So then I kept going through, and then I get to the messages where this girl was talking about how she was sorry for showing up at the apartment. And I was like, no way that this is her ex. Like, the one that she just fist fought is the same one that she's been talking to every single day since we've been dating. So I don't even remember what the name was saved under. I think it was like Sophia. And she was in the room about to go to sleep, not sober at all. So I go in the room and I'm like, who's Sophia? She's like, oh, this girl that I used to pitch with, like, she's my friend. And I was like, oh, so it's not your ex-girlfriend that just fist fought you the other day? And she was like, no, why would you think that? And I was like, okay, well, at this point, I saw everything that I needed to see, so I leave, and then the next morning, she wakes up, doesn't remember a single thing. Goes up to her roommate, she's like, where's B? Like, where did she go home? Isn't she supposed to stay here? And her roommate was like, oh, do you not remember anything that happened last night? And she was like, no. And then her roommate was like, oh, well, she went through your phone and found like all the messages of you and your ex-girlfriend. And obviously she was like, damn. Because I'm like, we had been dating for 2 weeks. Like, how in a matter of 2 weeks does your ex-girlfriend show up to the apartment, beat you up, and then you are actually cheating on me the whole time with her, with the girl that beat you up? Like, all in just 2 weeks. I was like, if y'all are still basically together, then why are we even together? Because it turns out she was so mad because they were like still together basically. And she was mad because she was talking to me when we were really dating. So yeah, that was the craziest 2-week relationship I had ever been in. Now, mind you, this girl and I are cool. Like, me and Elle, if she were to text me, I would be like, yo, what's up? How are you? Like, I haven't talked to her in a while, but we don't have any beef with each other, just to throw that out there.
Really, friend? Y'all are still cool? No, because she lied. There's no reason to lie. Why would you? This person is right here in your house. Well, I'm in your house. Y'all are fighting. No, friend. The moment that ex came over destroying stuff, it would have been it. Because that's still a connection right there. Why she so mad? Why she so mad, bruh? Like, she didn't cut these ties yet. Like, see, I don't date people who just got out of a relationship because you ain't have time to heal. You ain't have time to recover. You ain't have time to find yourself again, love yourself again, date yourself. Like, no. I don't, nope, not no rebound. Nope. I can't date you. Like, I can freak you, but I can't date you. That's big, friend. Yeah. I could do it, but that's really big of you. Being cool with someone who lied to you about something they ain't have to lie about. Like, I would have definitely just walked away. I don't know if I would have went back after they did locked the door. I don't know if I would have went back and checked on her. You are better than me, friend, because I'm just like, I'm getting as far away from this situation as possible as I can. Like, we wouldn't even be talking after that. Like, no, that was too much. I probably would have hit her up. Like, I probably would have hit up the roommate. Like, hey, something's going on, but I'm about to head out. But you check on her. I'm going to head out because I ain't trying to be involved. Like, that ain't for me. But yeah, good for you, friend. Checking up on her, believing her word and everything. Because that's why she was just like, yo, we only been dating for 4 days, so I'm not gonna do any investigation. Okay, friend. Okay. Not me. Cause if we on day 4 and stuff is already happening, that is a flag, honey. That is a red flag. That's a sign to get the freak up out of there. What is happening? Day 4, it is already some mess. She get her at beat. Bruh. That's not a sign. That's not a flag for you. That's okay. She must be fine. Speaking of fine, her neck, bruh. Did you see her neck? Her whole face is just like, Let me calm down. But yes, I was looking at her hat. It was like the Ray J scene. Y'all remember Ray J hat? I kept on looking at her hat. I was like, is it about to change? Like, it was not that heavily. I was just focusing on the hat for a second. That was really weird that she was telling all your friends that, hey, don't look at my phone. The moment, I don't even think I would look at your phone because I'm not the type to look at your phone. My last mistake, I was on that. I was on your privacy. I'm not about to look at your phone. Not gonna look at it. One day it went off and I thought it was my phone. That's how I know it was God, because I thought it was my phone. Wholeheartedly thought it was my phone, because I'm all against I'm invading your privacy. I'm gonna look through your phone. That's not me. I feel like if you go looking for something, you're gonna find it. So I thought it was my phone. I was checking the time and a message from another woman popped up on it saying baby and all this other stuff, and I absolutely lost my shit. Called the bitch, and I was just like, who is this? Because I'm her girlfriend, so tell me who you are. In fact, I'm not even her girlfriend anymore. You can have her. You can grab her, but I would let you know she a cheating ass bitch. Literally, that's what I did. She came out the bathroom like, oh my God, I'm trying to grab the phone. I was just like, but what is this? Why are we doing this? So I don't check people's phone, but in that situation, I should have. And I feel like God was just like, hey, you need to check her phone. It was just like, okay, I know you're not going to do this, but I'm going to help you out. Okay. So yeah, I would, if I feel like I had to check your phone, that's the end of the relationship. That's it for me. Like, I'm not, like, if I don't feel secure in our relationship, on day 4, bro, on day 4. If I don't feel secure after 2 weeks, bro, what are we doing? We're not doing this. I'm not doing this with you. I should not feel like that. I should always feel comfortable enough. I should trust you. This is week 2, bro, and I don't trust you. Week 2? Nah, that couldn't have been me, friend. And the fact that she telling your friends that, it's just like, what? You think my friends ain't gonna tell me what's going on? They ain't a real friend. They ain't gonna tell me. Speaking of birthdays, my sister's birthday was just recently. Well, it's still her birthday. It take the whole month, the month after, the days after, the whole week birthday. I went to, it was last year on her birthday, and one of her friends from where she lived was just like telling me and this other girl all these secrets. And she was talking about, don't tell her. And I was just like, don't tell my sister? Don't tell my sister. Someone I've known longer than you, because I've only known you these few minutes, this couple hours. You want me to hold your secret from my sister? You wilding out. You best believe I was like, friend. I was like, sis, I'm gonna tell you something, and it's gonna be some bullshit. Thankfully, my sister already knew, but it was just like, sis, watch out for this when you got an enemy right here. This enemy, a wolf in sheep clothing, right here, honey. And she was just like, I know, she just jealous. But I'm just like, that's wild to me, friend, that you think you must tell my friends not to tell me something. Like, you wilding. We are delusional right here. This whole situation, honey. I'm sorry you had to get your heart broken. Well, I guess it wasn't. You saved yourself some heartbreak going through that phone, because it's just like, wow, she been talking to her ex this whole entire time. Like, you gonna cheat out in the open like that? Like, I'm just trying to figure all this out, because it's just like, you've been with her for 2 weeks, and except that little bit of time where she went back home. What was the ex think she was doing? Like, I guess the ex knew and was okay with it. It was just so much. I'm glad you got out of that situation, but the fact that you didn't cut ties with this person is different. It's different. Okay, good for you, friend. But it couldn't be me. It couldn't.
So I told myself that I wasn't going to be drinking yesterday, but of course I did. Not of course, because I'm not trying to make it something that's like an obvious habit. So moving forward, we're going to do better. But anyways, I went out with my friends. It was real fun. And then at the end of the night, we went to this diner. And the service there was kind of not that great. Like, it took forever to get the bill and things like that. But it was whatever. We paid, and then we left. And we were just standing outside of the diner at that point. And then suddenly, like, we hear like screaming coming from inside of the diner, and we're like, what's going on? And like 2 people were like wilding out, like breaking lamps, screaming, saying like, service here is so shitty. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, anyways, they were just, being really out of pocket. And then they left and like turned the corner, and then like about like 10 seconds later, some other guy leaves the diner and then like follows after them. But then he pulls out a gun from his back pocket and starts shooting. And from our perspective, like, me and my friends, we're looking, and like you could see him shooting, but like you can't see like where he's shooting, because that's the corner. And like we don't really hear screaming or like people like, sound like they got hurt. But like us, we're just like, what the fuck? Like, let's get the fuck out of here, right? So we kind of just like moved to like the other side, or trying to be low key about it. But then that guy who was shooting just like got in the car and just like left. So like, what the hell is going on? So we turned over the corner that he was shooting in, and just to see like, okay, like, was he shooting at anybody? Like, there was no one there. At that point, I feel like the 2 people that was causing the scene, like, they were long gone, and this guy was just shooting at fucking air. For what? For why? That shit is so unnecessary. That shit got me tight. Like, there's no need for that.
Got you type friend. Girl, friend, child, honey, bunches of oats. So if I hear gunshots, I'm not gonna be investigated. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. We saw the difference. We was like, what's the difference? We found the difference. I'm not about to stick around and figure out what's going on. No, I hear gunshots, we're running. I remember we were trick-or-treating as kids. Me and my sister, and I think my cousin was there, trick-or-treating as kids, heard some loud gunshots, and we all jumped, dropped to the floor. Oh, trick-or-treating, walking down somebody's sidewalk, dropped to the floor. Mom was like, it's fireworks, fools. We was just like, oh. We here, we gonna get down, we gonna run, we ain't asking questions. We ain't trying to figure it out. Like, no. We heard some loud popping. We were getting the freak up out of there. Like, nope, get down so you don't get hit. He talking about we gonna go around the corner and see who you shooting at. No. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get on the phone and be like, yo, somebody was shooting. If I stay long enough to see that he got in the car, I'll get the license plates. But no, I'm not going to go investigate. No. It was very unnecessary. What's he doing? I guess he wanted to, do his big one, I guess. I don't know. Why? Like, see, that's why you got to be careful with people. You just got to kill them with kindness. Because some people are ready to kill with bullets. And we ain't got time. Get that kindness in there. You never know what people is holding. You never know what people are packing. You never know in North Carolina. You just be nice. Because you never know in North Carolina. Just be nice. Just be nice. Walk away. It's not that serious. Let God fight your battles. Because it's not that serious to, be having your family doing like, no. Just get the freak up out of there. Like, what are we doing? Oh, friend, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad everybody was safe. Glad everyone was okay in that situation. It sucks how anger and tempers and gets us to that point, like people be resorting to violence, and it's not okay. We just need to love each other, spread love. Subscribe.